Welcome back guys to another little time-lapse episode of the Factorio Let's Play. So episode 70 now. I think this is not the furthest we got in any Let's Play series. I think 69 was like the last record, so going great, and now we're actually just really getting started, to be honest. Yeah, as you can see in the background, we are now building the actual railway, or actually I'm doing some stuff before that in this first episode as well. I think I'm like building a tiny little train station, actually, train stop. I am probably, I think, killing some biter bases, but yeah, I think you will see that right now. Because I actually just waited a little bit for recording this here right now, because today for me is actually Friday, and Fridays mean Friday facts, basically. So if you don't know, the Factorio developers, they do like this monthly, not monthly, but weekly blog post, which is called the Factorio Friday Facts, or FFF. They should have really gone like for a quad F or something with like fun Factorio Friday facts, but yeah, different story. And I waited for today's Friday facts, because I already thought that today is going to be a big announcement. And I was not wrong, so that's kind of great. And that kind of flows right into the topic for today's kind of episode right here, because today I want to talk about my plans for E070 content. In case if you don't know, like E070 is like the next major Factorio release, the first Factorio release in now over a year, like big feature release. Yeah, so that's kind of great. And on my main channel, I was just really waiting for that release, honestly. Like, I mean, I started the complete Factorio tutorial series a while back, I think like a half year ago or something. But since December, I didn't make like a single video on that series, because like first they said like sometime in January is going to be E017 release. And I already knew that there are some pretty major changes in E017. And yeah, so for E017 I will have to redo all my complete Factorio tutorial videos, basically. So I just thought, hey, let's just wait a bit, do some other stuff, get some rest and stuff, and then in January let's just do some content on E017 and then like update all the tutorial videos and stuff. Yeah, but then nothing really happened in January. I mean, I think mid-January we then got like Friday Facts, where they talked a bit about their current progress, and that it's probably going to be February. And then since then we didn't really hear a lot. Yeah. But today they said that they are now pretty much done implementing all the features they want to implement. There are some features they didn't make and where they didn't have the time for, some smaller stuff. Yeah, but they just want to get E017 out in February. So the next week, so I mean, you will see the video on Sunday if you watch this the day it comes out. So then the next week essentially is them just kind of just play testing, like the entire office, just playing the game, testing it out, finding and squashing some bugs they find. And then next Friday they will do another update and tell us whether or not they were successful. And then the release is the week from February 25th, probably. So that's now, yeah, like 1.5 weeks or so. I think today it's like exactly like 10 days, yeah, since I record this. Yeah, so it's not far for E070. We now have a very close release schedule and release window. And that means I can now maybe talk a bit about my plans for E017 content. So, as I already said, I will have to redo all the complete tutorial videos, which will be one massive chunk of work, because, well, I have to redo quite a bit because they're redoing like the entire GUI system. Like all the windows are going to look different, which means that I have to definitely refilm quite a bit of stuff for that. Yeah, so I will be redoing all of this, but before that, I actually plan to get out like a quick 017, like an update video, basically telling what is all new, what is like the changes, and kind of showcasing everything. And I want to make that look pretty nice and also be pretty fast, which means that from now on, I'm just going to prepare the entire video, which means like writing a script, probably recording parts of the voiceover already, just from like stuff that I can already piece together from like recent Friday facts. Then I hope that next Friday we will get some like more info, maybe like a complete changelog even, and then I will hopefully be able to finalize everything over this weekend. And then when 017 drops sometime this week from February 25th on, then I'll be just like filming the rest of stuff I have to film, and then I can just edit everything and upload everything. So my plan is to actually get the video out within like 24 to maybe 48 hours, so I want to be pretty quick. And I still like the tutorial, the train tutorial series. I thought about redoing that, but honestly I'm not really happy with like the structure of the videos and stuff anymore. Like going now in and redoing like the videos would be tons of work, like essentially just redoing the entire videos. And in like this, in like the complete tutorial series, there's also like an episode over trains, and in there will be like everything train related, like essentially just all those like 5 episodes in like one video, which will then kind of be like the remake of the train tutorial series. Because of like massive changes to the actual train GUI as well, I will be doing like a little update video separately for the train tutorial series. I will just like record that pretty simple probably, and then I will be putting this like into the first place in that playlist, so people who watch like the entire playlist can like see me explaining like the new GUI and what may be changed in 017, and based off of that information they should still be able to do everything, because like there are no massive train changes in a sense. They're just like the changes to the train GUI, like to the window where you can like set the train schedule and everything, and it's going to be new, looking a lot better, being a lot more user friendly as well, I think, from what we've seen on the Friday facts already. So I am pretty hyped for the train changes that come through that actually. So just in case you didn't know, like currently there are essentially like 2 lists. You have like your list of all the stations, and then you can select the station, then you can basically select or have like all the train conditions. And now this is just one long unified list essentially. So you have like all your stations, and then in the same list there's like then all the conditions and next stations and all that conditions. And everything is also nicer visualized. So for example, if you're having like a timer, say train should leave after 30 seconds, then you have like this green bar which will go through that condition, and after 30 seconds that's like done, and you can like have a visual representation of that. And not only for like the timers, but also like for the fill level, so how full the train is. So if you have like train should leave if it's full, then you can like see how full the train actually is from this GUI, which is pretty sweet. You will be also able to do like temporary stops even, where you can select the train or have like the train selected, and then you can like click basically anywhere. I think it's like a control click anywhere on like rails, and then it plans its path, and you can see how it plans the path to there, and then you can like click there, and then the train will just like drive to that spot if it can get there, which is also really sweet, because that way you can still drive fairly manually with a personal train, for example, in like a big train system. You can just say, hey, I want to go there, and you click on there, and the train goes there fully automatically, so you don't have to like drive through your massive rail network anymore, which I can remember from my last megabase try. That's kind of a pain. I mean, you get used to it, sure, but yeah, you sometimes lose a train through something like that, which isn't fun. Because, well, losing a train is never really fun, especially if you have like tons of stops in there, which you also don't need anymore now. Yeah. I mean, other than the GUI changes, let me think. They are redoing some of the graphics still. So with 016, they made tons of stuff high res, and they want to make like all the graphics new and high res for the final release. And now there's still some things they have to do, and now they're just continuing on. For example, all like the enemy bases, aliens, all that kind of stuff is now also getting reworked completely from the graphics, which is really nice. I mean, the general idea is nice, yeah, but I'm still not really sure if I'm a fan of the new enemy graphics, to be honest. I mean, let me see what Friday Facts is that actually. Oh yeah, that's the number 279, Train GUI and Modern Spitter. Yeah, there you can also see like all the different stuff over the Train GUI, which is looking really great. Yeah, temporary stations. And then you can also see like kind of all the new graphics about the aliens in action, which is, yeah, it's looking different than they do now, obviously. They didn't just scale graphics up or make them like high res and keep everything as is. They still like they redid some stuff about them, which means they now look really weird to me at least. But they are aliens after all, so they should probably also look really weird. Yeah. I mean, I will have to also go through kind of a ton of old Friday Facts now to just see like what's in there basically. So yeah. Exactly. So I basically will make like the 017 update video, which will be like nicely produced, and like a quick and simple train update specifically. And after that I will just continue redoing the complete tutorial series parts that are already out for 017, updating all of those. And after that I will just be pumping out hopefully a lot of new episodes of that series. Let me actually have a look. Oh dang, I have that file somewhere else now, but let me actually have a look at what kind of tutorials are now next to produce, because I would be also interested in that myself actually. Yeah, exactly. So until now I made like 8 episodes. All of them are about like the general topic, which I called basics internally, just for stuff that's like not really something that I can put in anything else. So next up would be then transport, according to my current plan. So that's bells, then fluids, then bots, and then trains. Then some stuff about automation. So you have the inserters, smelters, assemblers, oil refinery, chemical plants, modules and beacons. After that I have electricity, which I have to maybe replan a bit. I have in here like basics, early game, steam, solar panels and accumulators, and nuclear. Then I have some stuff about circuit and logistic networks, basics, controlling power plants, manipulating transport, and an overview over like the circuit network, I think. And then some stuff about aliens as well. Oh yeah, right, I also made like this deep dive into headless servers. I won't have to redo like that video, like that headless server tutorial. I won't have to redo that actually, because just, yeah, I don't think a lot of stuff changes about that in 017. So that doesn't really need an update in my opinion. But yeah, we'll have to see how all of that comes out. And yeah, I think that's actually kind of enough talk for today. In the next episode, yeah, we will talk a bit about the future of Factorio actually, which I think is really interesting. So until then, have a great time. See you all then. Bye bye.